So that was just a quick flip through of my last 6 months here in the planner, and now you might be wondering, what is my plan for 2020? Hey guys, thanks for joining me back here today. If you're new to this channel, you might not have seen these before, but I have been doing a quarterly review of what's going on in my planner. It's a personal planner from the personalplanner.com website, and the nice thing about Personal Planner is it lets you totally customize the layout, colors, cover, everything, size, everything about your planner. So this is the one that I've been using for all of 2019, and I actually have used them for the previous 2 years as well. So I've now finished out the year in this, so I only use the Personal Planner for work, and last week was my official last work week, and it's now the week of Christmas. I'm just doing a couple little things, but I hadn't taken you on a tour through my planner for actually the last 6 months. I'm a little far behind. So what I was going to do is just flip through. I think where we left off was at the end of June. So I'm just going to flip through the remaining pages of the planner while I talk a little about how I use it and decorate it and all that. So as you can see as I'm flipping through, like I said, I only use it for work. And so generally I will decorate a page with a little washi tape, or sometimes I use some other stickers, things I'm trying to use up or get use out of. And I really just write in my appointments for the day and for the week in black ink, always black ink. And then all my other notes I do in some other colored ink that coordinates with whatever decor I've chosen for that week. So I kind of do two things with the notes. One is that I will make myself little checklists. Some of them are weekly or carry over from week to week, and some of them are things I kind of have to do on that day, and then I check those off. I don't usually carry those things over, although you're probably noticing I have a couple things on here that are carrying over for a really long time, week to week. I finally did get all these bottom of the list things done. And then the other kind of notes that I make myself are sort of just like in the bottom of each day. If I do some other activity, some big accomplishment or achievement or project that isn't otherwise represented in my appointments or the checklist, I just make a little note of it, because one of the things that I have loved about using this planner is that for my manager I have to do, and here we are at the end again, for my manager I have to put together like a weekly summary of things that I've done that week. It gets rolled up to her manager and so on. And so this is just a really nice way to be able to keep track of exactly what I have done that should be reported out for the week. So that was just a quick flip through of my last 6 months here in the planner, and now you might be wondering, what is my plan for 2020? So I had considered making another personal planner. I actually had one all laid out and ready to go, and just had to, hit the order button on the website. But just for fun, I was just looking at some of the planners that were at Target, and I ended up finding this Blue Sky planner. So you can see it's just a little bit bigger than the personal planner, a little taller and a little bit wider, and it's not nearly as thick. It obviously doesn't have the customizable aspect. It doesn't have the, this elastic strap to keep it closed. It doesn't have a bookmark, but it is very nice. It has tabs for each month, and then within each month there is a monthly spread, and then there's a weekly spread for each week. The pages are significantly thinner, and so that's why I think the overall book is thinner. But it's plenty of space to write everything, plus there's still extra room at some spot in each week where you can make some other notes. And the one thing about this book that I think I would miss as opposed to my personal planner is there's no lines. And I really like the guidance of having lines to write on, but on the other hand, you're not bound by the lines. So there were some days, I'm looking for one, because I know I've had them recently, but there's been days where I like barely have room for all my appointments in here if I put one meeting per line. And you know, I'll be able to squeeze in more. So here's a day, here's a couple days. This was a real busy week. I'll be able to squeeze in more appointments if I'm not bound by the lines. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. It does give, this is something that is just a pet peeve of mine, but it does give Saturday and Sunday the same amount of space as all the other weekdays, which for me, using this for work, it's not a benefit for me. So I'll probably just end up using this space again for like more note-taking or just decorating or whatever. But I'm excited to try something new with this new planner. This is, I think I mentioned it before, it's from the Blue Sky brand, and they had a bunch of different layouts, colors. Unfortunately, the one with the layout that I liked the best was just this plain black with sort of like an embossed year on it, and then the back cover is just plain. So, you know, it's not super exciting to look at, but I usually have it laying out open on my desk, so if I just jazz up the pages, then that'll still probably be cute. But yeah, gosh, you can see how thin the pages are. You can actually see the monthly markings through the page here. So I guess we'll see how it works out. And worst case, I have my other personal planner for 2020 all ready to go. I could just, you know, if I use this for a couple weeks and hate it, I could just order a personal planner. So what I thought I'd do while I have all this laid out is get this one ready to start using, because it will be January before we know it, and I'll get my first page ready to go. So one of the other things about how I use my planner is I just decorate it 1 week at a time, and I fill in 1 day at a time. So actually I probably won't even put any appointments in here yet, but my first day back to work for the new year will be Thursday the 2nd, and probably a night or two before that I'll go through and write in my appointments, just because for me things change last minute very often. Things get added, things get removed, switched around. So it really doesn't make sense for me to write out my whole schedule for the week all at once, because it's going to change for sure. So I'm just going to, you know, add some washi tape here and see how it goes with decorating this planner, and you know, set up my colors and everything for the week, and then it'll be ready to go whenever I'm ready to start using it for January. So I think for this week I'm going to use this washi tape, which is from the Pretty Packages store, and unfortunately it's not focusing, but it is succulent plants all the way around. I think for this format of planner I'll probably do a piece like across the top here, and then maybe a piece across the bottom where the weekend starts, since I'm not going to be using that space for my weekly schedule. So one other thing is there's kind of no margin. I might change the way that I do this, but I ran this just right up to the edge of the page, and I probably should stop it where the edge of this line stops. So maybe I'll do it that way on the bottom part. So I'll just run this underneath Friday. Yeah. That's probably a little better than going all the way to the edge. And then for my pen colors for this week, I was thinking of blue or turquoise, and then of course basic black for my appointments. So I actually don't have anything to write in here right now, and I feel real dumb. But I guess one thing I can write just to get the design going is like off work. And that's how I'll be able to tell why these sections were blank, I guess. I also have a couple projects that I can transfer over from my personal planner, things that hadn't gotten finished. And did I have something else? Oh, I'll have to do an expense report. So now those things are at least loaded in there for my to-do list when I get back. So there we are so far. That's gonna be for 2020. We'll see how it goes. If you like this video and you wanna know how I end up liking this blue sky planner, leave me a thumbs up or leave me a comment. Let me know what you think and I can continue giving you updates. Otherwise, I'm not sure about the whole like quarterly updates thing that I had been doing with the personal planner, so I may discontinue those. But if you like planner videos, let me know and I can keep doing those updates for you. So thanks for watching. Hope everyone has a happy holidays and happy new year, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.